Hello, and welcome to Clean Energy Experts. In just a few short minutes, this demo will show you how to activate a lead campaign for either solar residential, solar commercial, and roofing leads. Our system works like an auction, so you will need to create campaigns to tell us exactly where you want your leads to come from. To do so, please head to the Campaigns tab on the left-hand side of the screen, and then select the green plus new sign right in the top right-hand corner underneath your name. This will open up what's called as a control panel, and this is where you can tell us exactly where you want your leads to come from. First, you'll want to name your campaign. I'm going to go with Kansas State, and I'm going to choose a non-exclusive campaign for today. Below the name, you have the most important button in the system, which is called the status button. This is the on and off button you'll use to control your lead flow. Active means you are on, and pending means you are on pause or stopped. To the right, you do have your lead type. Today we're going to go with residential solar, but we also have commercial and roofing listed as well. Next up is the exclusivity. I've already stated this is going to be a non-exclusive campaign, so I'll select that here. Now, non-exclusive means that you can have this lead sold to a maximum of 4 users within the system at the exact same time you're willing to share. These leads have a 20 to 30% lead to appointment rate, about 1 in 4 moving to an appointment, and they range between $15 to $30 on average. Should you choose not to share the lead within our system, you'll want to select either an exclusive or a warm transfer lead. Exclusive leads only go to 1 user within CEE and range between $50 to $70 on average. They have a 35 to 40% lead to appointment rate. Both non-exclusive and exclusive leads get an email and text instantly after you win the lead. Warm transfer leads, they are also exclusive in that they only go to 1 user in our system, but they will also receive a live phone call with the consumer on the other end. As long as you answer, it's a guaranteed conversation. These have a 60 to 80% lead to appointment rate and range around $120 on average. Now, our minimum bid price is $15 in every state except for in California where it is $25. I recommend that you start each exclusivity closer to its minimum, and that way, A, you won't get as high as a lead flow right off the bat, so you'll really have a chance to work these leads and see if they're a good fit for your team. And B, after a few days, your account manager will be able to pinpoint what the exact volume is in the area that you've selected and what other bid prices you might want to be at to increase your volume. In our system, bid price equals volume, not quality. So the goal is to ease your way into the market without overspending, so starting at the minimum is always best. Today I'm going to put this at 15. Next up, I can move on to the Geography tab. Under the state, I'll select Kansas. And I can either go with a full state campaign or a partial state campaign. Full state campaigns do give you the ability to jump in at a lower bid price because you will find all these little pockets where you end up by yourself and can actually set the market price and dominate an area. However, if you already know your market, you can also select partial and enter it in by either county, zip code list, or a radius. I'm going to stick with full state for today, and we can move on to the Filters tab. Before we do that, please note, you'll always want to make sure you can check your campaign's map before going live to ensure you're going after the right area should you choose partial. Zip codes do not fit perfectly into a county's or a radius's borders and cannot be cut in half. If you do not want part of a zip code, you will have to exclude the entire zip code, and you can view your map under the Actions column on the Campaigns view after you save. Now, once you're in the Filters tab, this relates to all the questions we ask each and every lead that comes through the system. All of our leads are pre-qualified in real time. Each consumer has to be spoken with directly before we sell it to you. If we cannot get them on the phone to confirm their details, they are not put up for sale. We get a verbal confirmation on their electrical bill and their roof shade. We do not go out on site and do not do a hard roof analysis or get a hard copy of their bill. So these 2 items are non-refundable. All of our refund reasons are listed under the FAQs tab on the left-hand side of the screen, number 26. Now, in addition to utility bill and roof shade estimate, we do get the consumer's contact details and the utility company they work with. We also ask if they are in good standing and or if they can afford solar. We do not get a social security number as no lead generation company does, so we cannot get a hard credit score. Lastly, we ask each user if they want to be contacted for solar. This is called TCPA compliance and is very important. By law, we must ask each user once, but we actually do so twice. The second time is right before we sell you the lead, which helps to ensure our consumers' interest is at its highest. Please note, it's pretty typical for folks on their initial test to deselect the 0 to 50 electric bill and allotted shade for roof shade. However, 0 to 50 just means the user did not know what their bill was, and shading is subjective, so the allotted shade leads likely just need a little trim to be able to work with solar. Nevertheless, you'll want to deselect anything here you do not want before moving on to the Delivery tab. We also have a language option. Should you choose to go after Spanish leads, you'll simply select that option here. Once in the Delivery tab, you'll be able to tell us how you want to receive the leads. You'll want to add a phone number and an email address. You do not have to put anything into the CRM space if you do not have your own personal CRM. If you do, please contact your account manager to complete this step. Within this tab, you can select a schedule feature. Just be sure to set your time zone, and note this will restrict your lead flow. However, it will also help you automate the system so you don't have to come in and toggle the status tab on the details page when you want to turn your campaign on and off. This is great if you have a set schedule each week. You can also set up what's called a lead cap here on the right-hand side. This won't guarantee a certain amount of leads each day, but it will cut you off once you receive the amount listed. Lastly, we have the Additionals tab. You won't need to put anything in here today, but if you are thinking of excluding or including a specific utility company, for example, Duke Energy, you'll want to reach out to your account manager for the correct codes. Otherwise, you are completely done setting up a campaign, and you can hit the Review Changes button in the bottom right-hand corner. Review your changes, and then hit Save. And now your campaign is completely made up. Again, please check out your map view under the Actions column if you've decided to go with a partial state view. Otherwise, you are ready to start winning leads. Thank you so much for watching this video, and good luck.